Weight loss surgery can be life-changing. No doubt you've seen plenty of testimonials out there, along with before and after videos. But there are certain situations where it's the wrong choice. And most people are never told this. Today, I'm going to help you avoid one of the biggest mistakes I see in practice. If you've been struggling with your weight for a long time, it's completely understandable to want something that finally works. But the goal isn't just to lose weight. It's to choose the right tool for your situation. So if you're trying to decide whether surgery is right for you, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about the 4 situations where I pause and take a step back with my patients. Now, a quick warning here. This may be triggering for some people, especially situation number 4. Today, we're going to touch on some very sensitive topics. But my goal on this channel is always to be honest and present weight loss options to you with my personal perspective of being a PA working in bariatrics for 20 years. My goal here is not to just regurgitate what you can find on a Google search or ChatGPT prompt. And today, I'm even going to bring the receipts, so get ready. Today is the day for compassionate but grounded clarity. So to give you some perspective, about 10 to 15% of patients experience what's called absolute regret, meaning they wish they had never had the procedure in the first place. Today, we're going to talk about why this happens and how to prevent this from happening to you. Here we go. Situation number 1, unaddressed emotional eating. One of the biggest things I look for is how someone uses food. If food is being used to cope with stress, anxiety, or difficult emotions, surgery alone doesn't fix that. Here's the receipt and what happens in real life. These patients eat around their surgery, meaning they use high-calorie liquids or soft foods, and these patients have a high rate of weight regain. This is a kind of situation where you can sneak in a lot of calories without actually eating a lot of mass. So this is the type of coping mechanism that is just going to cause failure later on. Now, this next situation is critical and often overlooked. Situation 2, lack of a support system. Patients who do best after surgery have support. Now, that can be one or more of the following: family, friends, your bariatric team, your bariatric dietitian, and behavioral support. This can be in the form of a coach, psychologist, or a therapist. These are critical because long-term success is not a solo effort. Here's the receipt, what happens in real life. Patients who do not have anyone to lean on and don't have anyone to vent their frustrations to, preferably someone who can help right their ship, tend to fall right back into their old ways of eating and coping. Also, patients who don't follow up and lean on their bariatric team or don't reach out to us when they need extra support between visits, these patients are almost always in a bad way by the time they finally decide to come in again. And if you're in a place right now where you're trying to figure all this out, that's exactly what I help people think through on this channel. The next situation can cause a lot of frustration if not addressed before surgery. Situation 3, not ready for long-term change. Surgery is not a one-time event. It's a long-term commitment. That includes committing to healthy lifestyle changes, such as quitting smoking, minimizing alcohol intake, changing how and what you eat, altering how often you're physically active, how you manage stress, and also how you follow up medically. If someone isn't ready for this type of change, then surgery may not be the right step right now. Here's the receipt, what happens in real life. Patients who see surgery as a one and done type of situation, where they only have to eat right until they're approved for surgery, are not successful with their weight loss. I've seen this time and again with patients who are only getting surgery to look good for their wedding, for an upcoming trip, high school reunion, the list goes on and on. Then after the event, they slip right back into their old habits. This can not only cause weight loss stalls or regains, but this can be damaging to your health if it gets out of control. But this isn't the most important situation I watch for. Okay, here's the biggie. Situation 4. Expectation mismatch. The most important situation is when someone expects surgery to solve everything. Weight loss surgery is a powerful tool, and it is the most durable form of weight loss available today. But it doesn't fix relationships, eliminate stress, or automatically create new habits. And when expectations don't match reality, that's when people struggle. And here's the receipt and what happens in real life. I know for a lot of you, this may be hard to hear, but losing weight will not solve everything. Sometimes, even after bariatric surgery, relationships still end. Also, stress levels can increase in some aspects of your life after weight loss surgery. On its own, the surgery and even the weight loss will not suddenly infuse you with confidence. Even after significant weight loss, patients can have what they describe as remains of still feeling heavy, much more than they actually are. They say that they feel like they're a big person trying to fit in a normal-sized person world. It can be a little unsettling. In some of these cases, these situations can require professional mental health treatment. It can be some heavy stuff. Now, not every surgery works the same or has the same expectations after the surgery. That's why in the next few videos, I've decided to break down the sleeve, bypass, and SADIS in more detail so you can understand exactly what each one involves and what to expect regarding habits, lifestyle changes, follow-ups. So be sure to subscribe to get notified when they're available. Now, I want to do a little reframing at this point. This video is not meant to discourage you from getting life-saving bariatric surgery. Because remember, the majority of patients, 85 to 90%, who undergo bariatric surgery are very happy and pleased with their decision and do well. Because none of what I just talked about means surgery is a bad option. In fact, for the right person and for many people, it's the most effective tool we have and they do well. But the key is this: surgery can be the right tool, but when the foundation is ready. So be sure to take some time to do some reflection on your goals, your lifestyle, what habits you're willing to continue, change, or let go before stepping into bariatric surgery. Also, during your consultation with the bariatric surgeon, please be sure to discuss all of your concerns and expectations regarding weight loss and lifestyle after surgery so you can have an honest and clear conversation with the surgeon. That way, the two of you can find the right weight loss option for you. If you found this content helpful today, please give me a like. It really helps me to continue to make more content like this for you. And if you're trying to decide between surgery, medications, or endoscopic procedures, or you just want clear, honest guidance without the confusion, subscribe, because this is exactly what I help people think through. And if you want an overview of the professional weight loss world and the options available, click on the video I linked down in the description. That video also includes a free printable PDF explaining all the options, so check it out. I'm Grace, and this is Weigh In Wellness, where I provide safe, thoughtful, and fact-based information on surgical, endoscopic, and medical weight loss. Remember, this information is educational. I'm a physician assistant, but I'm not your PA. Decisions about treatment should always be made with your healthcare team. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.